Well, hello there. My name is Mike Koenigs, and you're watching You Everywhere Now TV, and today we're talking about 10 things you never want to do in your marketing videos and podcasts. And let me frame this a little bit and talk to you a little bit about what my experience has been, because one of the best ways to elevate your authority and celebrity status is to interview other experts. And over time, you're likely to have the opportunity to interview major celebrities, thought leaders, and experts. And the great news is, with nothing more than a webcam and a microphone you have on your desktop or laptop computer, or your phone and a selfie stick, you can build a library of valuable interviews that will help you grow your own celebrity status and share your message. Now, over the course of my career, I've had the good opportunity to interview Tony Robbins, Tim Ferriss, J.J. Virgin, Jordan Belfort, The Wolf of Wall Street, Richard Dreyfuss, Academy Award-winning actor, and hundreds of business owners, entrepreneurs, millionaires, even billionaires, and socially conscious game changers from all over the world. And today I'm going to share with you what I think are some of the biggest mistakes, many of which even professionals make constantly when they're interviewing other people. Now, some of these came from my best-selling book, How to Be a Video Interview Pro, that I'm going to give you free of charge at the end of this video. So let's start with number one. This is a big mistake that frankly drives me nuts, and I've seen all sorts of people do it, and it's called templing. Templing hands. This is a superiority pose, and what it does is it blocks the relationship. Think of it like a gateway that blocks the relationship between you and your customers. In my opinion, a-holes do this. People who have superiority complexes, they establish it like this, and you see them doing this over and over again. If you see this, you'll notice that you kind of cringe. You feel like you're getting pushed away by this person. Now, sometimes if they truly are superior, politicians do this sometimes, but it doesn't make any excuse. Now, here's another one. This is one I'm going to use a prop, and that is, if you're going to put on a lavalier microphone, that's what I'm using right here, you want to use something called the Lavalier Loop. Let me demonstrate this for you. First of all, you take the microphone, and I'll hold this up to my other camera right now so you can see a close-up, and you'll see that the cord loops through the back of this clip. And then I attach it to my lapel like this, and when I turn it over, you actually turn and clip the cord so it fits neatly behind. That's that loop. Now you can hide the belt pack in such a way that it doesn't show up. This is the way pros do it. Let me show you how amateurs and slobs do it. Okay? Amateurs and slobs do this. So you'll see their cord hanging out like this. It looks amateurish and ugly. And there's also an opportunity that if the cord gets yanked, for example, it can damage the microphone or get hooked on something. So it's cheesy looking, it's cheap looking, amateurish, where all the pros on TV use the loop. All right, and I know that sounded a little bit superiority-ish, but I do think it's a great strategy. Now, the next strategies I'm taking right out of How to Be a Video Interview Pro. Let me share with you right now just a couple of these tips that you'll find inside the book that'll give you some good ideas. Always position your camera so it's above eye level, because if it's below, it makes you look fat. Now, if you come back to me, let's say, for example, I were doing some kind of a webcam right now, and I had my camera like this. I'd be looking down at you, and it'd make my neck look kind of like this, sort of fatty, okay? And it's also a sign of something I call crotch cam. When someone's laying their laptop in their crotch and looking down, it's also negative from a psychological point of view. People feel like you're looking down on them. You don't want someone to get that impression of you right away. It feels wrong, all right? Let me give you number two. Backlighting is for horror movies, okay? It gives you a silhouette and people can't see your features, and what people can't see, they don't trust. So you always want to make sure that your light is facing you. Now, it doesn't hurt, in my case, of having a screen behind me like this. By the way, these days you can get a flat screen so inexpensively, put it behind you, you look like a total pro. But make sure you got lighting from the front. Let me give you another one. This is strategy 7 from the book. It's free, it's cheap. Smile, okay? There's nothing worse than a crab on camera. And I've seen experts speak before, and they look sad, they look mad. And by the way, smiling, it makes your brain happy and it makes the other person happy. And there's a Harvard research study that proved that people who smile are 27% more likable, even more than that. All right, here's strategy 8. Control the noise in your environment. No one wants to listen to your barking dog, your screaming baby, or some sort of random noise. Get inside a nice, clean, quiet environment that you can control the noise in. And finally, you notice this in the very beginning. I used a microphone as a prop, but using props makes your videos a lot more interesting. It's a lot more dynamic, and people will end up posting questions. Where do you get that? How do I get that? How do I use it? It opens up the opportunity to create more great content. Now, the last one that I'm going to give you is this. Open with a story, okay? So maybe tell a story about your past. Now, I told you a little bit about how I've interviewed a variety of celebrities, but the more stories you can provide that support what you're about to share, that opens up and creates a deep, personal, psychological, authentic connection between you and your audience. Oh, I do have one more beyond that, and it's this. Never point at the camera. Just take a look at this. Okay, this to me is a violent act. Okay, don't point. It's like poking someone's eye out. It's mean. Okay, it's aggressive as well. I think you should always avoid it. Instead, use your hands openly. This creates a relationship between you and me. It's like a flow. And it seems like it's moving in where this is harsh. It's like we don't like being pointed at. As young kids, that pushes us away. You have an opportunity on video to create a deep, meaningful, authentic connection. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast feed, post some comments below, and share this with some other friends you might have who can benefit from this message and some of the tips inside it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.